So here is, I'm going to very quickly go through the process of using Xlights custom model capture, and I want to show you the issues that I found. So this is a model that I created. It's supposed to be a flame. It's about roughly 2 feet high, 18 inches across here. It is, relatively speaking, very dense. There are 447 pixels in here. So the first part of the process is you point your video camera at the prop and then go into Xlights, open the create custom model, and I'm not going to go through the setup and the detail of that, but once you do it, you roll your video camera to record the prop, and then in Xlights you hit the play button, go button, and here's what happens. So Xlights will flash all of the pixels once, and then it will start lighting, starting at pixel 1, every pixel all the way to the end of the string. Doesn't matter how many pixels you have in the model, it will light each one. And once it finishes, then you hit stop, and obviously in Xlights, or Xlights will finish. It knows when the last pixel has illuminated, it'll stop your video camera. Now you take that video and you play that video. This is the create custom model option. I believe it's under tools. Again, I'm not going to go through the detail, but you play that video and then you start the recorder, custom model recorder, and here's what happens. And I'm already, of course, in the middle of this process. I'm just showing you a clip, but Xlights is reading from the video each pixel as it's lit and then mapping them out. And once that's finished, it creates the custom Xlights model, which you then can import into Xlights, lay it out in the sequencer, and apply effects. And on this particular model, I did all that. The effects work fine. It looks good on the model itself. You can, I just tried a few different effects running letters across it. And I'm not going to go through all this, but here's another one. And so that all works fine. Here's where the issue comes in. Now we're in Xlights, and you can see that the model is very messy, and I'll give you a better look at that here in a second, but it's very messy. So if you go in Xlights, the edit model data, and you can zoom this and get in close, but you can see how messy the Xlights model is. And the only way to fix that, and the reason, most important, this is the major issue, the reason that it needs to be fixed is because it's basically impossible to create submodels using this, because you don't know where the pixels are. So what you have to do is edit the model data, come in, and one pixel at a time, and you can see how messy they are, reposition these pixels to where you think they are on the model itself. But since you can't play it live, since when you're in this part of Xlights and you move these pixels, you can't light them up live. So if you move this pixel, one or two squares over to the right, you don't know what that actually does on the real model because it doesn't light up. So you have to move them to where you think they are supposed to be. And then in Xlights, render it out, upload it to the controller, and play it back. And then you will see it light up on the model. And I've already gone through this a number of times, and they're wrong. So then you have to come back here, and okay, you moved it 2 squares to the right. It actually needs to be up 1 line here, blah, blah, blah. And it's absolutely insane. So the question is, there has to be a better process for doing this.